Welcome to the latest episode of the Informing Choices Minipod. The future of workplace and work is a big topic, especially in light of the post-pandemic period. So what I wanted to do today is three things. Is think about some of the megatrends and drivers that underpin the changing nature of the workplace and work. Then I'm going to share 4 mini future workplace scenarios that I've developed just to get a sense of how different the future workplace might be. What I then want to do is pull some of those things together and summarize. So let's kick off. Let's start by thinking about 2 megatrends. I think the first one is about how and where we work. The debate around hybrid working, remote working, home working, on-site working. And of course, what we've seen is different organisations take a different perspective on which is best for them. But the question is, how might that evolve in the longer term? The second megatrend is how much work there might be in the future and the content of those jobs. We know that work is going to change. We see the impact already of automation technology. So how much work might there be in the future, and what might the content of those jobs be? What I wanted to do now then is just drill down into a little bit more detail. There are 7 drivers that come to mind. So these are they. The first is urbanisation, or perhaps even what we might be seeing in the UK, the reverse of urbanisation. People leaving urban centres, moving back to suburbia, back to the countryside. The second is the pure exponential nature of technology development. And when we think about the plethora of new technologies, we see things like 3D printing, 4D printing, atomically precise manufacturing and nanotechnology, quantum computing, immersive technologies, augmented and virtual reality, the metaverse, blockchain and cryptocurrencies, synthetic biology, human enhancement, robotics and drones. But the next driver I wanted to talk about are the automation technologies, this range of technologies that really change the way that we work. So artificial intelligence, machine learning, these are the technologies that particularly impact where and how we work. The next driver is how employees value employment. What is it they value about their employer? Is it their sustainability credentials, or is it the way they treat their employees, the flexibility that as an employee I might be able to take from my relationship with my employer? The next one is the shifting education and training balance. This shift from technology and technical skills through to softer, more human skills. The idea that in the future, these more human skills become increasingly important. The 6th is the underlying economic evolution. If you think about the uncertainty we have in that area, it's the post-COVID economic recovery. It's the post-Brexit economic paradigm that we're entering. It's the impact of the Ukraine war, and it's also the impact of our shifting relationship with China. And finally, there's an awareness of the potential of major disruption. Obviously, we're living through one of those major disruptions now in the pandemic. But there almost inevitably will be other pandemics in the future. The impact of war, the impact of political shifts, the shift from right to left or left to right, but also the impact of political polarization, which can lead to stagnation. So those are some of the megatrends and drivers that I think are really important, that will play a role in the evolving workplace and work in the future. So here's the first of my 4 scenarios. I call it a world of multiple actors. In this scenario, we have a workplace that includes, let's call them normal humans, humans like you and I. But what we also see are enhanced humans, human 2.0. Enhanced through the use of implanted technology, the use of nootropics to improve cognitive ability. Our workplace here will also include intelligent robots, intelligent androids, holograms, avatars, other manifestations. But all these manifestations are the result of intelligent automation. And together with human ingenuity and creativity, we come together to create collective intelligence. This is a world where we fully embrace digital transformation. The workplace exists, but perhaps it's more virtual, perhaps it's in the metaverse. So the second of my four scenarios is called decentralized autonomous workforce. In this scenario, everything is cloud-based. We're networked, but we're connected as well. We have a self-managed workforce where trusted employees. No longer is presenteeism a thing. It's actually about output and quality. And there's been a new culture within organizations designed around distant working and around digital transformation. Digital transformation has been fully embraced. In this world, we don't work together in offices. The traditional office is a thing of the past. So the third of my 4 scenarios, UltraFlex office accommodation. Everyone is back. In this scenario, our offices have taken on a new lease of life. There's a new way to produce them. They're 3D printed. The materials used are recyclable. Those 2 factors allow us to reconfigure offices however we want. Inside the office, we have wireless connectivity and wireless power. It accommodates our ongoing changing needs. And this new self-healing materials also allows the office to fix themselves. Digital infrastructure is key, and that's actually built into the fabric of the office. But the critical thing here is we're all back and we're all working together. And the fourth of my 4 scenarios is called Caught by Indecision. In this scenario, we see the long, slow death of the physical office. Shall we move to hybrid? Shall we not? Shall we move to distance working? Shall we not? Shall we have everyone back in the office? Shall we not? And a lot of the indecision is being caused by cultural barriers to change, resisting the change that's happening around us. The result is inefficiency, wasted cost, and a lack of networking within the office. It's the death of the office. We just don't realize it yet. So those are my 4 scenarios about the future of workplace and work. The important thing about scenarios is they're not individual predictions, they're actually about plausible views of the future. And we may see aspects of all of these scenarios come to bear. But what they do, they inform us about the decisions we might want to take now for a better future for our organizations. So what have we spoken about? Well, we looked at the megatrends and drivers, those ideas about how and where we work, how much work in the future there might be, and the content of future jobs. The drivers, we spoke about urbanization, exponential technology development, how employees value employment, automation, education and training shifts, economic evolution and disruption. Let's remember, exponential change tells us, it encourages us to think the future is increasingly uncertain. That's the value of foresight in helping us make sense of the uncertain future. Agility, resilience, versatility, change leadership and foresight are critical enablers across corporate real estate stakeholders. Thank you for watching if you're watching this on YouTube, or listening if you're listening on other platforms. Do tell your friends and colleagues about the Informing Choices mini-pod, and there'll be another episode along very soon.